Now, Russ Vought, Center for Renewing America president and former OMB director. Russ, always great to see you as well. February 18th, first of all, is not that far from now. It avoids an immediate shutdown, but doesn't keep us going very long. And we could have problems in the Senate, too. So, I mean, tensions are getting higher. There's a lot of other stuff on Congress's plate as well.
It is, and I think it's important to know this is the leverage point that gives the Republicans in the Senate and the House of Representatives the opportunity to prevent the unconscionable vaccine mandate from going into effect. And it's not next week. Next week is basically a failure theater. It's a vote. All of this is legislative. Next week's vote just allows for them to have a show vote and say where they are on the record. It does not allow you to stop it because it has to go to the president's desk without the pressure of a government shutdown looming to allow both sides to compromise. This is a funding legislation. It is not beyond the pale to expect that there will be a funding provision that says we are not going to fund this vaccine mandate while it's being stayed by courts. There's no reason for why that type of funding provision couldn't easily be added to this continuing resolution.
All right, so we've got that. We've got the debt ceiling. We've got Build Back Better. Talking to Karl Rove last night, he also wrote an op-ed in the Journal, and I just want to read this to you because this is what he said. I want to get your take. Karl says, the most likely outcome, in my opinion, is that Mr. Manchin will show the country his convictions matter. He'll vote no, and Build Back Better will fail. That's a bold statement. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm not willing to predict that, but I think it's very possible that we have a shot at stopping it or changing it substantially. The two reasons that Senator Manchin has provided, the threat of inflation continues to get worse, and the fact that this is not actually in his $1.75 trillion top line. It is gimmicked up to $5 trillion. So on those two metrics, this bill is a failure and would suggest that Senator Manchin would oppose it. Now, we're not there yet, but he has been a man of his word, and so I have great hope and anticipation that we might have a shot at stopping this bill.
Right, and part of the problem with this bill is spending upon spending. I mean, we're spending so much. It's increased inflation. It's creating a situation where it's going to be very difficult to dig back out of the hole. Yet I feel the Democrats essentially feel like they need to do this. They need to get this done if they have any chance of doing it before the midterms, because there is so much in the air right now that people are unhappy with. They realize things could change.
Yeah, they want to hit the gas pedal, do everything they can to jam this through. There's a number of 4 different bills in play right now. They want to jam them all through, ignore the economic news that would cause statesmen to pull back and reflect on the situation. They'll do none of that. They're ideologues. They have a time frame that they're working on, and it's up to the American people to rise up and let their voice be heard through the representatives in the United States Senate.
Russ Vought, thank you so much. Good to see you tonight.
You too.
We'll be right back.